Hey guys, welcome back to Moon Water Door. Today we're gonna do just a collective reading to read into everyone's general energy. So what I'm picking up is you are right now you're in this analysis paralysis, and there is some artwork, some letter, some thoughts, some project of yours that you've been contemplating whether you should publish them or not. And this thing that you've been hoarding is what I'm seeing is that it's already done, but you're putting it on hold for quite some time because you want to really do this with a whole new perception. And I'm seeing that you've been trying to let go of this this mindset that you have to hold on so tightly, and you thought that is the right kind of mindset, because everybody's saying that if you want something bad enough, and it will definitely happen for you, and you have to want it so much so that you can get it, what outcome you want to realize. And but I'm seeing that you've been trying to really let go of this thought that you don't want to care so much, so deeply, but this is a thing that you do care about it. But this time around you want to do it another way. You want to be neutral. You want to say like, yeah, it's nice to have that outcome, but I will accept this time if nothing happens, because before you would definitely felt so discouraged or felt so upset about rather not so delightful outcome, or if you put your project out there and there's so little response, it's close to nothing response, and that will definitely destroy you in the past. But this time you really just, you want to alter your state and ultimately you want to alter early different new timeline for you, because everything starts from your inner state, right? So you've been trying to loosen up and lose your grip on this thing, but I see that recently you've been doing good, but recently you've been doing good, you've been doing well, but recently you you've come to a point where you felt like you, once again, you've started to grab this thing so hard, and you suddenly noticed it, and you've like went into this frantic state, like why am I being like this again? I've been trying to just be on this scale, and I've been trying to be so balanced, blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm seeing that you sort of, maybe you sort of don't see any possibility except from the one that you been imagining, or you feel like you only have one way to do this project, whatever it is that you are doing. And yeah, and Saturn is coming up. I think this kind of repetition of your behavior and your thoughts on this is precisely what your soul agreed to practice over and over again in this lifetime. And I know how hard that is. I know, because I have the same experience on this, because when you put so much effort, when you pour so much of you, when you pour all of you into a creation that you're doing, and nothing comes out of it. When I mean nothing, it's I don't mean the value, because when you create something, it is essentially a valuable creation. But I mean, what I meant was, when you put your heart, your tears, your blood, your sweat, I don't know the phrase, but when you put your beloved creation out there, and no one seems to notice it, and yeah, except for your close friends, or your partner, or your family members, no one seems to notice it, and no one seems to pay attention to it. That is the ultimate bummer, right? And that will crush anyone, especially someone who is here on earth to learn this lesson of self-identity and our own value. Because we some of us were very, how do I say this, we rely on outside validation. Before our awakening, right? We rely on other people's validations on our identity, and that is a very hard thing to deal with, because it is essentially your core value and how you view yourself. And when other people don't notice your work, they don't give applause to your work, you feel like you are nothing on this planet and your work has no value. But that is just not the truth. That is a lie, and that is a lie that you kept telling yourself And what spirits are asking us to see is you have to set a sacred boundary with your unhealthy perception. And what I meant unhealthy is you're clouded by fear, and you're clouded by thoughts that's coming from fear, and that is not even your thoughts. That's just false belief that's coming from, I don't know, whoever, whatever, wherever that you've been picking up, and you've kind of build your identity around this fearful perception, which tells us that your work has value when people notice it, or when so many people like your work, kind of this sort of thing, that kind of value. And we don't need that. We have to discard it, because that is our not sole purpose, but I mean SOLE, but we need to go across this kind of perception, because that this kind of loop has been existing for so long that it needs to go. And back to what we were talking about, the sacred boundaries, is that spirits are asking us to create a line with those chaotic thoughts, so that we could jump into an alternate state in a new timeline, so that things that we really align would come to us. And I'm seeing Six of Swords combining with the Abundance card, and the Abundance card's number is 9. So you've been in this hermetic mode for quite a long time. And I'm not saying that spirits, they are asking you to come out of it, but there's a momentum that you're having just this couple of days, and you, like I said, you notice that you started to grab this thing too hard, so that you quickly adjust your perspective around this creation of yours. And I'm seeing the numbers of 11, 22, and 24 coming up twice, 24. So these might be important for you. And so 2 is a very important number in your life right now. It's telling me that you are a very intuitive person. So 2 is coming up frequently, and 2 is also a balanced number. You fall back, and you're on this scale again, and you fall back again, so that this loop is something that we are acknowledging, and we work so hard on this scale so that we can go back on track again. And I'm seeing there's a bridge between the 11 and 22. So yeah, from 2, you're going from 2 to 3. No, you're going from 2 to 4. Oh yeah, so that's 24 again. You're going from 2 to 4, and you have to experience this creation of yours, and you have to experience failure, whatever you define failure is. But there's no such thing as a failure. But yeah, we have to go through hardship. We have to be with this struggle of ours, and to come back up on the horse. So I'm seeing 6 of Wands, so that you truly gain this solid foundation of your confidence, so that it is not a performed confidence. It is not a forced confidence that you're forcing yourself to act. You're forcing yourself to just play along. It is truly coming from your deep, deep inner core. And that is exactly your lesson on earth. And it is exactly what you agreed to learn on this planet. So, this creation of yours, and you as the creator, before this breaking point that you're having, this breaking point happening right now, before this breaking point, you and your creation were both like this timid, shy, and in the dark, sort of like a helpless animals. And you're like the girl who sells the matches, who seems like I'm lost at words here. Sorry, I got caught up with the image that I'm seeing. So what I'm trying to say is that you and your creation were in the dark and felt helpless, hopeless before this breaking point. But now you're coming into this confident and expressive, outstanding performer and a real artist. And I'm seeing you are playing a Japanese instrument from this card I'm seeing, and you're wearing kimono, and there are two sacred cats sitting beside you, and you guys look so you guys look just, you're pure badass, and you're exuding this don't F with me energy, and you don't take crap from anyone, and you only tell the truth, and you only accept truth from other people. You don't accept fake, false facade. And that is what you're becoming, and or that is what you have arrived. Yeah. And with this creation that you're having, I pulled so many cards, and one major theme is about trust, because you've been having trouble with trusting and with having faith. And faith is just a belief that you believe that no matter what the outcome is, you will be fine. But this is sort of been a struggle for you. And so I'm seeing you want to pull yourself out of this fear, and you don't want to assume there will be a not so delightful outcome, but at the same time you don't really trust that there will be a good outcome. So it's basically saying you want to trust, but there's still a fear behind your trust practice, and you're really confused by it, and you don't really know how you could turn this around. And because the reason why you could not trust fully is just because you didn't experience what you feel like justice for you, right? So you felt like you've been experiencing injustice throughout this creative journey of yours. But within this so many cards that I pulled, I see the spark, I see wrench in the works. So it's literally a tool that is jerking the little gadget. I don't know what the name is. So everything starts moving right now. Unlike previously, you felt everything stuck and nothing new is coming to your life, or you've been in this stale situation. So, and there's a fresh start card that's coming up. So I think trust is a very major thing for you to learn. And from the oracle card that I made, I pulled Don't Worry Kid, and I love this card so much, even though it's written by myself. But yeah, but I like that, the feeling that spirits, they are really listening to us all the time, and they are trying to assure you that there is literally nothing to be worried of. And the tarot card that I pulled was the High Priestess in reverse. So that means you can't function like your normal intuitive self right now, but you are being asked to share your creation, because you don't know how that could help someone in need. And as human beings, we all like to help, are we not? So you are this King of Wands, and I think for creative spirits like yourself, nothing makes you more happy than expressing your true self, and that is when you're being King of Wands. So really, it doesn't matter what the outcome is, right? Or it doesn't matter how many people notice you at the end of the day. Well, what it does matter a bit, but what we really want is not a lot of people's attention. What we really want is truly expose ourselves with who we are, and no facade, no false identity, just how we want to carry ourselves. And this kind of healthy fire energy will help you go a long way, is what I hear. And justice in reverse as a overall lesson is telling me that your base chakra are or have been healing for a period of time. So when you can stand on your own 2 feet, literally and as a metaphor, when you can stand on your own 2 feet, you naturally use your intuition more precisely. So yeah, I feel like I'm saying a lot, but I don't know if you will resonate with them. So that is again a doubting energy coming from myself and or coming from the collective. So I think to close out this reading, I want to pull a suggestion from spirits. Two of Pentacles, Spirit of Cups, and the Empress. And 5 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Well, yeah. To summarize in short, you are doing great with this 2 of Pentacles, and you've been figuring out, you've been intentionally functioning as the Tao, the way, and surrendering in the 3D world. And yeah, please take it as an encouragement, even though I'm struggling to say the right words. And Spirit of Cups is you can think of it as a King of Cups. So you have Two of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Empress. What more could you want, right? You are definitely on the right path, even though doubts, they are coming up very frequently, and half of the time you really don't know where you're going, but you're doing so well. And please don't give up, please, because we don't, how do I say this? You are the Empress. Why would you give up? You are the epitome of creation itself. And I have 2 Empress coming up in the tarot on my spread. So please keep in mind that you're here. You're here to create, and your purpose is to create and learn from your creation. So pay attention to your project, your artwork, your books, your thoughts, your everything, because they are telling you stuff all the time. So thank you so much for your listening today, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.